Hello, everybody, and welcome to the newest episode of the Legacy of the Rimlen post-Ogre edition, I suppose. Last time, stuff happened. But as usual, before we go into the episode itself, let's have the lovely people who have once again joined me introduce themselves and talk a little bit about their characters. I rolled some dice in the background, and the dice have decided that Dely should go ahead and introduce themselves first. Can you please go ahead, Dely?
Yeah, of course. Hello, everyone. I'm Dely, and as usual, I'm playing as Muninn. They're a traveling scholar, a student of Brightland University, and currently sort of enjoying the fact that everyone managed to take down a big ogre.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much, Dely. Next, according to the dice, would be the... Well, it was a group effort, but everyone thinks it was their merit. Show&Tell, can you please go ahead and talk about yourself and your Ogre Slayer character?
Sure. Hi, I'm Show&Tell. I'll be playing as Anghel, who's a mute peasant boy and apparently an ogre slayer at this time. Also, he might have doomed his sister, so that's like a bigger problem that he might have to face. But yeah.
Yeah, the small things.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Show&Tell. And next, we would have Ashen. Can you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Of course. Hi, I'm Ash, and I'm be playing as Illona, a very sneaky lady, but she should think twice before she enters combat.
Yeah. As the viewers can see, Illona's highest stat is sneaky. So you're very good at like first strikes, but maybe not so good at like fighting an opponent who doesn't go down in one blow, I suppose.
Yeah, I almost died last time.
Well, you didn't, so all good. Thank you very
YOLO.
much. Thank you very much, Ashen. So, last time, as we were alluding to, we continued with the fight against the ogre. Basically, on our hero's journey, they discovered some pretty big tracks of a person who apparently had also like robbed their horses while they were away. So they followed them, and coincidentally, they followed the road, which led to a village taken over by a very greedy and childish, or maybe childlike, I'm not sure which the right term is, ogre. And you guys decided to take matters into your own hands and attack the ogre. And after some very intense fighting and like some posturing, including the ogre threatening to quote tell daddy on you guys did manage to defeat it. And Anghel dealt the final blow, and also because of the circumstances of the fight, mainly the fact that Illona was more hit and run and Muninn was more like identifying the ogre's weaknesses, I suppose, and like its story and such. The people who witnessed the fight, aka the local villagers, for the most part think that Anghel is not solely but at least 90% responsible for the ogre's defeat. And like the specific point where we last left off was Anghel was being crowd surfed over to the neighboring village, like across the river, which was unaffected by the ogre attack, and like their villagers came in after the fight was already done to like see what happened, what all the commotion was about. And while that was happening, Illona and Muninn, you had a conversation with the sort of impromptu leader of the neighboring village who organized its defense against the ogre, who also joined the celebration. And the two of you, Illona and Muninn, went on to retrieve your horses and supplies, which you left outside of the village. So, as I turn on the background music, I think we can perhaps take a look at. Well, take a look, maybe not isn't the right term, but see like what Anghel is up to. Like, what's going on through his head now that he is apparently a hero, an ogre slayer. Like, literally imagine all the stories you heard of as a child of heroes going to slay massive creatures. Now you're one of those heroes.
Yeah, I think overall he really can't believe it. I mean, he's kind of on a high. I think he's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna bring him down, but for now he's like, yeah, really feeding off, the crowd's, I don't know, excitement and stuff, and he's a little overwhelmed, I would say.
Understandable. Just as a question, how much attention are you like paying to your surroundings, or are you just like reveling in the moment?
Yeah, I don't think he's paying attention.
Understandable. Well, you will be carried across the river by the cheering crowd. The crossing is like the point where the river crosses, like the water barely like reaches above people's ankles. So there's no like danger of you getting wet either. But yeah, as you are carried over with the people shouting Anghel, thanks to, I think it was Muninn who told the people your name, or maybe it was Illona, I don't quite remember.
Me neither.
Either way.
Yeah, I think it's effort.
Sure. Either way, you're being carried as people shout your name, and you can see in the village, like, some people go on ahead and yell out, "Set out the tables. We have to prepare a feast." And you see like the remaining villagers who stayed behind hurriedly begin to like prepare tables and food. Apparently, it's going to be a party night.
Awesome.
Ooh.
And Anghel, you'll be quickly taken and seated down fairly forcefully in the like middle seat, the seat of honor, as like people start singing songs and cheering, and drinks start to be brought on, as well as good food. Like, this isn't technically like a festival day, but it clearly is now.
Wait, did Muninn and Illona, like, they left, right?
They went to retrieve your guys' horses, and we'll check back on them. I have not forgotten.
Okay.
Don't worry.
No, that wasn't it. I was forgetting.
Okay.
And like I was thinking that Anghel would like look for them. Maybe it's starting to dawn on him, like he's starting to be a little uncomfortable with all of this attention, a little. So he might be looking for them a little bit, but when he doesn't see them, yeah, I don't know.
As most of the villagers are focused on like continuing to like ready the feast and singing songs, you'll be swarmed by several children of the neighboring village, not of the village you just rescued, who bombard you with questions. Is it true you slayed the ogre? How tall are you? How old are you? Are you really an ogre slayer? Like, they keep bombarding you with questions and like dragging you in all directions. Like, they surround you pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just imagine him like being really, really overwhelmed and, putting his hands up, kind of trying to calm him down. Probably not working, but okay.
Give me a flash. Maybe it'll work. Okay, you do manage to calm them down. I genuinely was about to have them mob you, but you've managed to stave them off. Like, you're
Okay.
You're still mob you in a good sense, like, how children mob people, not like in a.
I was going to say I might have defeated an ogre, but he's going to be defeated by a bunch of children. That would be one for the books.
It definitely would. Also, funnily enough, you're the only one of the party that's not wounded, so that like further cements your like hero image, I suppose. Yeah. As you like manage to like keep the children calm, let's say, how do you like? Do you convey like you will manage because of the rope, but do you convey the fact that like you can't exactly speak to like tell them the tale?
I don't know if he actually wants to like to outright say it, but I'm thinking maybe to draw their attention, he starts carving maybe the ogre or something.
Sure.
Kind
It's
of
really cool.
kind of like tell the tale in a way or something. Or something.
Sure. And the children all like stare in awe, and you hear some of them say, "He's a woodsman, a woodcarver, or like Prince Charming." No, Prince Charming was a prince. No, he wasn't. He was a woodcarver. No, he was a farmer. That's what my dad tells me. No, you idiot, he was a prince. And they start arguing.
Okay.
Do you continue carving?
I mean, if they're not paying attention, I guess he's just carving for himself, I guess.
Sure.
I mean,
Sure.
that calms him down, so that will work.
Sure thing. And as you're carving and the children are distracted, the lady who briefly talked with Illona and Muninn, the same one you see on the map, will approach you and say, "So you're a woodcarver too?"
I guess Anghel would kind of bring up the thing he's carving to
Apparently,
say like, yeah.
I guess you are. Well, from the people of my village and from the neighboring village as well. Thank you for killing the ogre, I guess.
I think I kind of see him kind of, scratching the back of his head, kind of. I mean, like, shrugging, kind of saying, like, yeah, sure.
Cat got your tongue?
Shrug.
Well, come on. She grabs you by the hand and says, "Come on, you have to dance. You're the hero."
Oh, boy. I think I was, like, freaking out as soon as he's hearing that, and he's, like, trying to pull away.
What's wrong?
He shakes his head emphatically.
You're the hero boy, Anghel, I think it was. You have to dance. Everyone wants to celebrate you. And as the commotion, the nearby people also start chanting, "Dance, dance, dance, dance."
Okay, I think the only one he danced with ever was his sister, probably. I wonder if that brings up memory. Like, he suddenly thinks of her or something.
Usually like during festival days, like whenever there's like a Saint's Day or something, the like sort of common activity that people do is dance. So you definitely...
Yeah, I can see that, but I don't think
Sure.
Anghel participated a lot. Like, maybe with when his sister kind of forced him or something.
Sure. Makes sense to me. So do you participate in the dance?
I mean, I think he's trying. I don't know. If everyone's chanting, maybe he will succumb pretty easily. Maybe.
Sure.
Even though he's really embarrassed and he probably steps on a lot of feet or something.
Well, give me a careful to see how well you dance, I guess. Okay.
Or not.
Well, even though like you don't have much experience, you still know the moves, and like you've since it's like an activity that involves the whole village, you've definitely at least watched people dance.
Yeah, watched for sure. Yeah.
So you know the moves, and it's a group dance with you in the middle, and you take care not to step on anyone's toes. You're not like dazzling people or anything, but you're definitely adequate. Nobody asks any questions, and nobody would ever assume that you have little experience.
Damn, look at that.
Wow.
Didn't know about himself.
So congrats on you, Anghel. While that is happening, shall we check up on Illona and Muninn?
Sure.
Unless there's anything you'd like to do, of course.
No, I think he's very busy dancing.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. Illona and Muninn, what's going on through your guys' minds as you go to retrieve your horses and supplies? Like, what are you guys thinking about? Especially given the fact that, unlike Anghel, you guys are more aware of the consequences of your actions, let's say.
Yeah, I think Ilona's kind of beaten down somewhat. She, suddenly notices, her back is hurt and, shit, I really took a beating.
Yeah, you got trampled, you got almost strangled, it was unpleasant.
Yeah. But, still riding that high up, we actually killed the ogre.
Mm-hmm. As the smell of roast ogre fills your nostrils.
I think Muninn will be similar in that they're really glad that they managed to, the whole group managed to take the ogre down, but obviously a bit concerned because Illona's a bit beaten up. I think they're trying to keep an eye on her and just make sure that, I don't know, she doesn't start feeling worse.
Above board, you would know that. Well, above board again. Sorry. Your injuries will go away provided you have a chance to rest, except for Illona's level 4 consequence that will go away at the end of this session, provided she gets a chance to rest.
Alright.
Okay, cool.
Muninn, with your sort of untrained eye, because you are a scholar, Illona's injuries are concerning, but they're definitely. But it doesn't look like there's anything permanent, really, or anything life-threatening. You do realize that probably a few more of those, and things might have gotten bad for her. Maybe even several broken ribs or something. But for the most part, she received a lot of pummeling damage, but nothing too serious.
Okay. Maybe Muninn would say something to Illona. Maybe Muninn would say something well, I hope that I hope we don't end up in another sort of fight anytime soon, but if we do, I think you should probably stay back a bit.
I really hope we don't end up in a fight either. I need some time, I feel it. As she stretches her neck.
Well, good news for you is that, like Muninn would say, well, the good news is that you look like you'll be fine, but when we go back to town, maybe we can get some medicine for you, just some pain relief or something.
I'll be fine. Give me a drink and I'll be fine.
Yeah, that's the best medicine.
Of course.
Someone, not the deities who are talking to you, not anyone, not any character in the game, but someone far in the distance agrees with you, I guess. Do you go to retrieve the horses then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you go, you will not be disturbed, and you find the horses slightly spooked. Feel free to roll me a careful to check potentially why, but otherwise not disturbed.
-2. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Clueless.
Oh.
Illona, you start to think that maybe there's an evil horse god that's tormenting the horses.
Evil horse god. I like it.
Muninn, you're a bit too distracted to speculate on the reason, but other than the fact that they look slightly rattled, they seem fine. Well, except for the horse that got sick in the marsh. who still looks pretty weak.
Ooh, yeah, good point.
Charcoal. We have plenty.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we must do at this point.
The whole fucking town is burning down. We have so much.
All right, cool. We'll have to make a pit stop.
Yes.
Could I check the horse's bags before we do anything else?
Give me a careful.
We-
Everything appears to be in order.
Okay, that's good. Cool.
And Illona also do the same.
Sure. Everything appears to be in order.
All right, cool. So, I mean, there's one each, obviously, isn't there?
2, because you lost 1.
Yeah, but what? As in one for Illona and one for me. But I think Muninn would offer to help Illona up, assuming that she wants to get up on the horse anyway.
Above board, I think the horses you guys still have are Anghel's and Munin's, though I could be mistaken. And
That's true.
Yeah, you're right.
I think it was Munin's who was sick. I don't quite remember.
Yeah, it was mine. Stupidly let him eat the gross grass.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Anghel's and mine.
Sure. Well, Illona, do you saddle up or?
Yeah, I wince as I try to climb up Anghel's horse with Muninn's help.
Can both of you roll me a careful? This is just to see if you notice something.
Woo!
Oh, nice.
Both of you would notice, though Illona especially, you hear what sounds like someone very drunk singing to the southeast, like along the road.
I want to investigate. Fuck.
Oh, so do I.
Well, should we?
Maybe you. I mean,
Very drunk. Could it be the priest?
maybe. I was just gonna say maybe you, Illona should stay behind for a little bit. Or you can follow if we investigate, Illona can follow along, but stay behind Muninn, just because do you know what I mean? Even if it's for narrative purposes, just so that if they get hit by someone or whatever.
Right. We could if I stay on horseback, I always have the opportunity to ride away. But
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't think your horse can take you either way right now.
Yeah, poor thing.
Yeah.
The only thing, this isn't an objection, this is just inform you guys. Regarding horseback, obviously it's kind of hard to be stealthy or sneaky if you're riding on horseback, if you intend to be stealthy or sneaky.
Okay.
Okay.
But I'm assuming you're not, by the way you're describing what you're doing.
I guess not.
Yeah, no, I don't. Not really.
So do you go to see who this singing drunken person is?
Sure. Just one question. Which one has the orb now? It's still Muninn's horse, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
You will notice. Well, actually, do let me know if you inspect the orb or not.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that'd be good.
You notice the glow is dimmed.
Oh, okay. I suppose that's a good thing, because obviously it would have been really bright before because of the ogre.
Yeah. We will keep an eye on it as we get closer to the really drunk person.
With your role, Illona, like as you like start getting closer and like you actually start to understand what the drunken person is singing, because it really sounded like noises from that distance, you realize they are religious verses.
Okay. That's bad. Does it sound in any way similar to the priest voice?
Well, give me a careful. Yep.
Illona would like try to like, St, Muninn. I think it's the priest.
Would I guess Muninn would ask, what makes, if it's not obvious for Muninn as well, Muninn would ask, what makes you think that?
It's like, it's religious phrases, and it's like the same voice as the priest. And he was a total drunk. I think maybe it's him.
Damn it. Well, what's he still doing all the way out here? Like, I guess we should see what the hell's going on.
You suddenly hear the singing stop, and then a woman's voice yell out, "Damn it, father! Why do you have to keep going to other villages while you're drunk? I can't. I dropped you again. I'm sorry." And you hear the incoherent slubbering of a drunken person.
Yeah, that's definitely him.
Without a doubt. Well, I mean, Muninn would say, should we go fetch them? I mean, hopefully this time around he'll be a little bit easier to talk to.
I don't know. Last time he tried to kill us and set the whole village after us, and well, I guess we just kind of proved ourselves with killing an ogre. Would he believe that? I don't know.
Well, so Muninn would say, the whole village is our witness, so I guess that would help in convincing him.
True. Okay. If you want to go for it, I'm with you.
Well,
The singing starts again.
well, if we do catch up with them, then I don't know how much longer I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to deal with that singing.
Illona nods.
Okay. Muninn would look to Illona and lean into the direction that the sound is coming from to say oh, are we going, kind of thing.
Also, just for context's sake, it's pretty late evening at this point. It's like the sun has already set.
Yeah.
Okay.
Illona would continue in that direction.
Okay, so as suspected, eventually, as you make your way over a small incline, you will indeed see the familiar faces of, once I put them on screen, this lady supporting her drunken elderly father as they walk across the road.
Illona, as she sees the daughter, she would still be thinking of the water witch, so she would have a slightly terrified look when she saw her.
The priest stumbles again, but the daughter catches him in time, and you see the daughter cursing under her breath while the priest just continues walking as if nothing happened.
Do you think it would be Ashen? Do you think it would be a good idea to shout for them, or would that be should we just wait until we're close enough?
Honestly, I think it would be better if just you talk to them, and I try to be as unseen as you can on horseback. Like maybe
keeping in mind again that it's pretty dark outside, so like sneaking up on people is easier to do, let's say.
Yeah. Okay.
So Illona would like point to herself and then like to the woods, not to make any sound, but like ask Muninn if it's okay that I stay out of this for a while if you want to talk to them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Muninn would sort of nod and be like, "Okay, I'll talk to them. You might want to sort of stay back a bit in that case." Then I keep saying like that's like a theme. I don't know why Muninn keeps telling Illona to stay back, but Muninn would just say like, "Oh, I'll go talk to them. Don't worry." And as they turn around to look to the daughter and the priest, they would shout like, they would shout for them and be like, "Hey, over here!"
Ah, the foreign demon worshipper is there. Come, we have to share the drink. He stumbles again. That was my bottle of water falling, if you heard that.
Muninn would...
The daughter would say, hello, what are you doing here?
Muninn would say, hello, good to see you out here, I guess. I mean, what are you doing here?
Do you approach them, or are you still like shouting to each other?
Muninn would be like approaching and like lowering their voice like as they approach, if that makes sense.
The priest like mouths something incoherent and says, "So that's why it's my duty to visit the nearby villages. No, not plow. That's under the jurisdiction of another fucking priest, the Romy one. Fucking foreigners. Oof. Where's the other demon worshippers?"
Above board, do we know the name of the village?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Muninn will reply, well, funny enough, us demon worshippers, like they would say, like, sarcastically.
Please don't even say that jokingly, says the daughter. So you admit it then? Oh, have you come to repent?
No, but we've sort of... I mean, I've come to like help you out, I guess. I mean, being out this late at night, I mean, steaming drunk isn't exactly good for either of you.
I'll let you know I've walked this path ministering to the people for 50 years, and I've been drunk every single day, and I'm still here. Barely, says the daughter.
Muninn says, that doesn't surprise me in the least. Well, Muninn say, well,
It helps me. What was I gonna say? Demon worshipper, you've come to repent, right? Come. I have business to attend to in the village. We can walk and talk. Come.
Muninn would sort of like walk and talk with him, but as they like start walking, Muninn would say, well, it's funny you mentioned you walk this path often, because I don't suppose you've seen any ogres nearby in your travels?
He stops in his tracks and turns to like look at you and stare you in the eyes, like he suddenly seems extremely sober.
Oh, that's scary.
What do you know? I've seen it in my dreams that I must drive it off. Where is it?
Well, it looks like we've done your job for you. This whole village was on fire and the people were being slaughtered by the ogre. But my friends and I, mainly Anghel, managed to...
Although while you're talking, he's like still completely staring in your eyes, unblinking.
That's really scary.
Oh, that is scary. I don't like that. Muninn would like try to keep eye contact as much as possible, but then maybe like look away just because it's a bit like intense. Like occasionally they would look away and then look back. But again, they would say like, well, while you were busy getting drunk and getting lost in these along the road, we've done your job for you, and the ogre is dead and the people are saved.
He continues staring, like, in your eyes for a bit, not saying anything, and, like, he isn't, like, drunkenly swaying anymore. Like I said, he seems startlingly sober. And after a couple of seconds, he'll say, "You speak the truth." Oof, and he starts stumbling again. "Oh, come on, we still have a ways to go."
Muninn would sort of furrow their brow and ask, "How do you know I'm telling the truth? Like, you've never trusted us until now."
Well, because the Free have said so, and I can see it in your eyes. Ooh, that wine was really, really good.
It's really cute.
The daughter is staring at you, very confused, Muninn.
Muninn would say to the daughter, "For the record, what I've said is true. But
right.
Anghel's still with the villagers in the village, probably getting praised. So, I mean, if and when we get back, your dad's going to need an ice bucket over his head or something."
Huh. I'll let you know. Every sermon I've done with the bottle child, and the bottle helps me speak the truth of the Free. I'll have you know. This is why you foreigners have lost your faith. You don't know.
That's really interesting. Holy shit.
Like
Yeah.
he stares blankly, like he's trying to focus on something, and then he says, "Anyway, ogre, right? I have to see if the remains are properly disposed of, and if no foul influence remains."
Well, Muninn would say, "Funny you mention that. It's probably best we do that."
I know it's best. I'm the authority on the works of the Free here, not you, foreigner. Schismatic.
Muninn would be like, "Well, whatever you say."
I've been preaching the truth of the Free for 50 years now, since my father's father passed away. I will not be lectured by you.
Well, Muninn would say, like, if you carry on drinking like that, your daughter will take over the mantle, like, sooner than you think. And, like, sort of, like, in a kind of a joking way, but Muninn sort of means it.
The daughter looks, like, sad, concerned, but the priest just, like, without changing his expression, says, "She is ready. I have faith in her."
Oh.
Oh, that's cute, actually.
That's not the point, father. I don't want to lose you. We all die someday, daughter. You have to be ready for that as well. Have you found Have you found a husband yet? You need to secure the future. Right, father. Right. And she glares at you, Muninn, for like bringing up this old argument.
Muninn would mouth like the word "sorry," probably to the daughter.
Oh.
And be like, Muninn would offer to like help. Muninn would offer the priest help in like to walk and stuff like that. Like, and be like, "Look, come with me. Like, it's dark enough as it is. Like."
Oh, I refuse aid from demon worshippers. I apologize. Ditch the object in your bag and repent for your sins, and I might say so. I might say yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
He knows.
Yeah, he knows.
I'm really sorry about my father. Don't be sorry, child. I speak the truth of the free. Come, there's work to be done. And tell your lady demon worshipper friend to stop hiding. I know where she is.
Muninn would like smirk a bit and like think like this priest guy probably isn't as dumb as I think he is. And then like turn to Illona and be like, all right, like you can come out. He knows you're here.
Illona writes out like very intrigued, but also like a bit of shame in there.
So the demon reveals itself at last. Have you come to
Hey,
repent?
I'm not a demon.
Not yet.
Not yet. Give me some faith.
Well, all sinners have a chance to repent, so have you come to repent?
What do you mean by repent?
Repent, you fool.
Illona shrugs and like walks with them.
I'll have you know, young people these days, they don't receive any proper education. Why the free have decided that you should be given their trials is forever beyond me. But yet here you are, nevertheless, having slain an ogre no less. What has the world come to?
Yeah, we did it, right?
Well, of course you did it. I know you did it. At least you're not Ebri. At the very least, you're not that. He is a very rude man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
probably noticed.
Okay. He will continue just overall rambling about youth and various foreigners. He'll say something about Tivians and about Eastlanders to just get under your skins, Illona and Muninn. But other than that, he won't say anything of consequence. Do you carry on?
Yeah, I think so.
Just above board, is it smart to bring him to the party? Because he could be like, they have the power of demons, and the people would turn on us. That's my fear.
Oh, we found an ogre. We saved them.
Yeah.
I mean, then I don't know, but it doesn't seem to. I don't know if I'm reading it wrong, but it doesn't seem exactly hostile somehow. All the way, I don't know.
Well, the priest.
The priest.
You mean? Yeah, I know what you mean. He doesn't seem as willing to throw us under the bus as he did.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
He's also drunk.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, if we encourage him to drink more, maybe he will be more forgiving towards us. I don't know.
You don't have to encourage
You're
him.
going to die soon, but you should drink more.
I mean, you don't have to encourage him. Every so often, he still has a few bottles with him. Every so often, he takes a small swig.
How does he have a few bottles with him? A bottle is quite a large object.
Don't think of bottles in the sense that you would think of now, but rather what's the word? Imagine amphora. They have handles, let's say.
Okay.
Pots,
Just sneaking entire wine bottles under his robe. That's what I was thinking, but it makes more sense.
Dangling from his belt.
Okay.
All the more reason the daughter has to support him while walking.
Well, what do you say, Deli? Should we bring him to the party and hopefully somewhat make friends?
Also, because you guys were having trouble determining his demeanor, you can always, this is regarding any NPC, you can always roll a careful to check their demeanor or like see how they like interpret certain things you said, etc., etc.
Oh, okay.
And this isn't just regarding this priest, but in any situation.
Could I like interpret how he's like perceiving us right now, and if he's potentially like going to out us somehow?
Sure, give me a careful. Well, you determine the fact that he's drunk, and drunk people often ramble, so yeah, he's probably gonna out you. As for how he sees you exactly, I don't think that's a sufficient role to tell.
Alright.
Okay. Could I try as well?
Of course.
It's not that much better.
He almost seems like, other than the fact that he's drunk, he almost seems like he's having a permanent religious experience, which can make his mood swing in all sorts of ways.
Okay. So he's a bit... obviously, we knew that already, but he is... we knew this already, what I'm about to say, but he just seems really unpredictable.
Yep.
I'm having... like... It's not too late for us yet.
Kill him?
Yeah.
Oh.
We still have time.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I don't think his daughter will like it, though. Was she part of the deal?
Yeah, she was.
She was, okay. Alright, well, we won't have to worry about that then.
We won't? Question mark?
We won't, as in, like, we won't do it, or...
In the middle of his ramblings, as like not just Ashen and Deli are thinking this, but perhaps also Illona and Muninn are thinking this. Like in the middle of his ramblings, he just says, "I see what you're thinking, demon worshippers, but you won't catch me unaware." And then he continues rambling about something else.
That's so scary.
What the hell? How does he know everything?
I don't like mind reading.
Yeah. Oh, God. We don't even have the element of surprise.
No.
Like he doesn't. He definitely does not seem as perturbed as a person should be. Like when, like if you were to tell someone, "I'm thinking about killing you," like he doesn't seem to have that reaction.
Kind of makes sense though, because like if you are able to mind read basically constantly, you learn to take things with a bit of grain of salt.
Yeah. Like, yeah. Are you reading someone's real thoughts, or are they just someone's intrusive thoughts kind of thing?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, should we... I'm not, like, against the idea of killing them, but I'm also not massive into it. Like, what do you think? What does everyone think?
I leave it up to you guys.
Okay.
I'm so glad I'm not part of this.
I just have this idea of, like, maybe Muninn, like, pulling out a coin and then flipping it and then seeing what it says.
I like that idea.
Do
you want to do it? I mean, it won't be a surprise to him, but still.
I don't know. Do you want to?
Like,
I don't think if we let him live, it would be terrible.
No.
But there's no guarantee that it would be good either.
Like, I think Illona thinks she doesn't necessarily want to involve this guy in her life a lot. Like going to the village with him right now and like celebrating and being outed in front of anyone. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
She's not too into that, but at the same time, killing is a bit extreme.
Yeah, exactly. Should we do it? Should we flip the coin?
It's your coin, your decision.
Oh god. I guess if we did that in game, it would have to be like. Is there a flip a coin option in Fate or?
No, but we can just do like a regular dice roll to see what comes up. I can roll a d2 and 1 is something and 2 is something.
Okay. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. I'm so nervous.
I love this.
Yeah. Okay, so kind of behind everyone's back a little bit. I think Muninn would pull out a coin if they had one, and then flip it.
What is what? What is 1? What is 2?
I don't know. What do you think? Maybe 1 is do it, 2 is don't.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Would you?
I don't know.
Sorry,
go on.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was just going to say, I don't know how Muninn is going to communicate this to Illona.
Well, would you like me to roll the dice, or would you like to do it?
You can do it if that's cool.
Okay.
Unless it's easier for me to do it.
I'm so nervous.
Same thing. It's just typing something in chat. Okay.
Okay. Oh!
I did not expect this. Fuck.
Oh my god.
We're doing it.
I mean, you don't have to. It's just a coin flip. It doesn't have to mean that you have to go through with it. It's your guys' decision.
True.
I'm just saying Illona is done for doing it.
She is.
Yeah.
Okay. Show and tell. I know you said that you don't mind what happens, but are you stoked about this or not?
I'm waiting to see what happens. I'm very I don't know, an avid watcher right now. Listener.
Yeah. I would say let's do best 2 out of 3, but maybe.
On the one hand, now that I'm thinking about it, it's pretty mean of me. But I kind of like the idea that Angel's not directly responsible, and also it could maybe kind of compensate for killing this ogre dude, because the gods wanted us to kill them.
Totally.
That's a good point. Who are we gonna kill these two in favor of? Because if it's Muninn's god, then it's one thing, but if it's Illona's, it's something else, isn't it? In terms of
Oh
reward.
right, because of
honestly, we killed Arcesius, right? His son, and so we kind of owe him.
Eurymedon's son.
Eurymedon, yeah.
Oh, Eurymedon's. True. So it would be kind of payback for that, but I don't think he really accepted. But Eurymedon's would make us immortal, and that would kind of rule.
You're mixing the two.
Arcesius would make you immortal. Us, you, I don't know.
So, Arcesius is the one who speaks especially to Muninn. He offered you. Let me actually check again, because I have to go through to some old notes to see what they promised you.
Okay.
He promised you to keep you and your companions forever safe from disease, tell you how to better use the orb, and also tell you something that you missed, that part of the deal is off the table because you discovered it by now.
Okay.
The lady who's been speaking to you, Illona, Nictelios, offered free credit for 5 kills.
Should we? They both sound equally as good.
Mm.
If it wasn't for the discover something you've missed thing, I would definitely say Acesius. But because that's off the table.
Wait, could we offer it to Eurymedon, like, as a forgiveness thing? Could I, like, roll careful to see how he would potentially respond to that?
Free, sure. Just three things. First off, just for like curiosity, say the thing that you missed at the time was the fact that, remember the pile of corpses in the swamp? The thing was, well, the water witch couldn't have dragged them there because the water witch is confined to the water. That was the thing you guys missed.
All right.
Okay, cool.
As for your question, Ashen, like you, of course, you can roll careful to try to determine how Eurymedon would react. Careful, perhaps clever. Careful would be more based on your experiences with him. Clever would be based on your knowledge of him. You also have the option of rolling a flashy or careful to like actually try to make contact with him, if that makes sense.
Oh. That would be interesting, though. I think I'll roll a clever for now. And maybe... Yeah.
Before I answer, Muninn, did you tell Illona what I told you last session about, like, Eurymedon's tale of vengeance and such and such?
What? Yeah, I think Moon did. The one where it's like, the fact that we've killed this ogre is a bad thing.
Like, how bad it might be, not just that it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I think I remember that too. We did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Muninn did. The only person Moon hasn't told yet is Anghel.
Sure. With that roll, Eurymedon is a very petty god. Yeah, it's fair to assume that his offer is not only off the table, but that you'll have to kill a lot more priests for him to be sated.
Damn. Okay. So it's either yours or mine in that case.
Have you gotten your answer from your demon? Says the priest to you, Illona.
I don't like that. No.
He's so clever.
I'm really sorry about my father. Don't apologize, daughter. They're creatures of evil, and they're about to prove it with their own actions, unprovoked. I mean you no harm. Do you see a mob of villagers with me? No. I just minister to my flock. I'm really sorry about my father. I said that you shouldn't apologize. Come, we have work to do.
Ooh.
Illona, like, thinks to herself, get the fuck out of my mind.
Yeah.
Can you give me a careful check? Okay. I cannot tell you anything with that roll.
Can I just know what the base is?
The difficulty would have been 4. Sorry for not saying so.
Is this something that I can help with as well, or is this something that just Illona?
You can also roll, sure.
Okay.
Come on, Muninn. I believe. Are you willing to spend a fate point? Later, I can compel you if you don't want to lose it.
You also have your birthday inspiration, by the way.
Oh, interesting. Let me just double check my sheet. I'm willing to spend a fate point. I'm just not sure what it, which aspect I would use. Probably, because I or Muninn isn't exactly, like, above board, I'm not exactly sure what we're looking for, but I think that's the point, isn't it?
The careful is more to see, like, specifically, like, is he actually reading your mind? How is he doing that, etc.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Probably. I'd imagine. So I'd like to spend a fate point to improve my roll by 2. The aspect that I have in mind is Keeper of Secrets, Seeker of Knowledge, where so the reasoning being this, like, the secret of how, because it's kind of like a secret, of how the priest is like knowing like what they're thinking and what they plan to do is kind of like something that Muninn is like seeking to figure out, you know?
Sure. So you're using your fate point to improve your roll by 2?
Yes, please.
With that, I can tell you that, again, like, the way the priest like seems to know what you're thinking is definitely very creepy, but like just from the way he's phrasing it and like from like your own like bodily sensations, let's say, your own senses, it doesn't seem like he's reading your mind. More like someone's telling him what you're thinking.
Oh, that's
A
interesting.
dot and a 3 or something, or something.
True.
Oh, wow.
But like, who is that person? Who is like ratting us out?
Not one of your demons, I can tell you that much.
Muninn would say, Muninn would say like, or maybe think, because I feel like if Muninn would say like, how do you know what we were thinking? It might raise suspicion with the daughter, because this whole time the priest has been like, they're about to kill us, you know, and that she just thinks that he's being silly. If he says
That would be bad.
yeah, if he's saying like, oh, they're planning to kill us, and then Muninn says, how do you know what we're thinking? That's not gonna look good.
No, not at all. Think it.
Yeah, Muninn would think, so who then?
Illona as well.
The free are not my messengers, you fools. Speak openly. Daughter, they're planning to kill us. Father, please, you've had a lot to drink. No, I'm being serious, and they're speaking in their minds so that I don't warn you. But now you know, you can speak openly.
Illona is like looking confused. Like,
The daughter is also looking confused.
Yeah, I think Muninn would say to Muninn would like go to tap him on the shoulder and be like, listen, old man, like, let's get you a good like comfy bed for tonight, all right?
So to strike as an assassin in the night, of course. If my time has come, then my time has come. I'm content.
I mean, I'm happy for you that you're content, but
Yeah.
she lacks a bit.
Yeah.
He like pushes the daughter away slightly, not like actually pushes her, but just like lets go of her holding him, and like turns to face the both of you and like stretches out his hands and says, "Go on then, strike."
Illona like shrugs and looks at the daughter. She's like, what?
She looks confused, confusion slowly turning to concern.
Okay, are we gonna do this, by the way?
I don't know. The role said so, but I feel bad for the daughter.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Maybe the only thing I'm thinking as well, maybe us changing, although that's not guaranteed. I was going to say if we changed our minds, he'd be less inclined to speak badly about us, because he's thinking, okay, they were going to kill me, but they changed their mind. So
Of course, it's not too late for you to repent. It's never too late for anyone to repent, even if you do kill me.
Like,
What are you talking about, father? Please don't pay him any mind, daughter. Please. For your own sake, it's time for you to learn how people truly are in this world.
What do you think? I don't want to sway your decision, but I am more leaning towards letting him go. Well, not letting him go, letting him live.
same.
But you are?
Yeah, I just feel like bringing him into the party and like being called demon worshipper isn't the best idea.
Yeah.
Maybe there's
You're
a
not-
middle ground.
I have no intention of going to your party. The party is over in the village of Plow. I can't go there. It's the jurisdiction of the Romi priest.
Muninn would think. So, which village were you going to then? We thought you were going to.
Hard workers, and then to the Rockies, and then back home if the night permits me. If not, I was going to sleep in the Rockies.
Illona just thinks like, please just think of your daughter, take care of her.
He looks mildly offended but says nothing.
So Muninn would look to Illona, and then like just sort of gauge like her opinion, but obviously above board. So like, are we not going to kill him after all?
No, I can't.
He's so disappointed.
Yeah, anticlimactic, but at least he might like realize that we're not as horrible as he's making us out to be. Maybe, I don't know.
Like, out of Illona's mind, just as me, like, I can't just do that to an old man.
Yeah.
He knows about it, like his daughter's there. It's not.
Yeah, it's
Big no.
It would be really sad. Okay, cool. Well, Muninn would sort of like go to keep walking, as if to like say to Illona, like, okay, we're not gonna do this. And they'd probably like say something, or like, sorry, think something, and be like, they probably think like, see, we're not as bad as you think we are, or something in their head.
I never said you were bad. I said nobody is beyond redemption, and you've clearly abstained from performing something you would come to regret. He lowers his arms. The daughter still like looking back between Muninn and Illona and the father with confusion, bewilderment, concern, and she just asks, "What just happened?"
Muninn would ask like, no offense, but like, I think your dad just needs a good night's rest. I mean, I know my dad used to get like that, so just give him a good. Do they have coffee or something in this world?
Yes. In the Caramel Empire, which is like right next door, yes. In this principality, not very much. It's not very widespread.
Yeah. Okay. Well, otherwise, instead, Muninn would say, so maybe Muninn would say that. Muninn would say like, "Oh, just maybe switch your dad's alcohol with a coffee," and then like correct themselves and just say, "Clean water."
Oh, there is no clean water to be found in these parts, child, says the priest. Right, says the daughter. And the priest says, "But no, I cannot rest. I have to minister to the villagers I mentioned. I've been away for too long, thanks to the foul water witch."
Well, I'm sure Illona and I would be happy to help you along the way up until we get to the our village. Like as they say, our village, as in like the village that Anghel is.
Of course. The priest starts walking, and like while he was just like having this confrontation with you again, it looked like his drunkenness disappeared. As he starts walking again, he once again starts stumbling, and the daughter rushes to catch him.
Ooh.
As Illona would walk, she would also think like, what makes you think that you are serving the right god? Like, maybe we're having the exact same experience, but with different, like, sources. But what makes you good and mine bad?
Do you think that or say that?
Think that.
You hear no response. Like, he says nothing. Doesn't appear that he's heard you.
Oh, interesting.
I didn't want to hear that, I think.
I'm so interested in like what source he's having.
Yeah, maybe. Well, he's not allowed in that village. I was gonna say maybe the people of the village would like know, but then he's not allowed into the village that we're going to.
Boo. Oh yeah. Let's just get going for now.
Yeah.
We'll come back to Anghel in a second. I'd like to just like finish up the priest scene with Illona and Muninn before that. As you go to the village of hard workers, the one where you fought the ogre, the priest would like immediately head for the body of the ogre itself to like inspect it. Like once again, the drunkenness seeming to disappear.
All right.
And the daughter would follow.
And like Illona would remind Muninn about the charcoal for the horse.
Oh, Muninn would thank Illona for the reminder, and then like sort of scavenge around for any like lumps of charcoal they can find.
Give me a careful. It'll not be a difficult roll, cause.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to press twice.
Well, you got a 3, or a 2.
I think it was a 2 originally.
Either way, it's sufficient for you to find a piece that's like not too big, not too small, that you think would do the job.
Okay. Maybe as Muninn walks back to their horse, just before they like give the charcoal to the horse, they would say to the priest like, that was kind of a mess, you know, that we left the ogre in, like referring to all of like the burn scars, etc. The burning.
You did a good deed today, saving the people of the village. I'm only sorry that I wasn't here sooner. He says, like, still inspecting the ogre, not looking at you.
Such an ass.
Well, I mean, we did suffer. We did suffer quite a bit of a loss, like as and like sort of looks towards like Illona, referring to how she's a bit beaten up, but nothing too like difficult that we couldn't handle.
Well, you're a fancy doctor person. I'm sure you know how to treat her. If you would like to come and repent, I can also heal your injuries.
I'll leave that to Illona, like Muninn would say.
The priest.
So,
just to like say what happens, the priest gets up and like throws back a punch and like punches the corpse of the ogre as hard as he can, and like after the fist makes contact, once again my bottle fell to the ground, I'm sorry about that. Once the fist makes contact, the corpse vanishes into thin air.
What?
Whoa!
OP, dude!
That's insane.
Yeah.
What the fuck? He just like.
Maybe we should convert. We should
Yeah.
convert to the
Yeah,
three.
maybe.
We already like angered one god. Like, I don't know.
Muninn would ask, like, what the hell? Like, how did you do that?
I did nothing. The free hacked it through me. Now come, daughter. We'll minister to the villagers in the morning when they return. Let's head to the next village over. The daughter looks as stunned as you guys do, and then says, right. It was nice seeing you again. And like
Illona like would stop him. Like, wait. Tell us about the free. Tell us everything you know about the free.
So you wish to learn then?
Yeah.
Well, come with, and I shall teach you on the way. I have to minister to my flock.
Can't you teach me here?
Well, if you'll be here in the morning, then I can come and teach you then as well.
I think so. Let's see in the morning.
He nods and would proceed to walk on the road towards the next village, with the daughter hurrying after him. And after a few paces, once again the drunkenness returns, and the daughter has to rush to catch him.
Illona would like turn to Muninn like, I want to know about the power that led him to do that. That's actually incredible.
I mean, it was impressive. Hopefully we'll be able to bump into them again.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe it's a good thing we didn't, like, as long as Muninn would say this, as long as the daughter wasn't looking, maybe it's a good thing we didn't, and then they'd make like a, you know, where you get your thumb and you drag it across your neck.
Illona would like nod and like put her palm on her forehead, like, yeah.
And Muninn would turn to the daughter.
She already like walked away. You'd have to like run to catch them, or to say this before she went.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say Muninn would like shout safe travels to them or something.
Safe travels
Like,
to you too.
Cool.
Do you take a look around before going to where Anghel is, or?
Yeah. Illona would like to.
Sure. Give me a careful then. Also Muninn, if you are doing so as well.
Cool.
Good roll. Yay.
Oh.
Muninn, you would notice that like there are several corpses near the remnants of the bonfire that the ogre made, and one of the corpses, like from the way he's dressed, looks to be like a richer person, not like one of the villagers.
Oh, okay. Muninn would approach, and they'd sort of inspect to see if any of their belongings were like not burnt enough to recognize, if that makes sense.
This guy wasn't burnt, he was beaten to death.
All right, sorry.
It's my bad for not providing the context. But yeah, he has a satchel. He has a satchel on him. And do you look into it?
Yeah.
In the satchel, you'll find some traveling supplies. Like, it looks like it's already been like ransacked, like it had more stuff in it. But of the stuff that wasn't ransacked, you find a sealed letter.
Oh. Muninn would take it and then sort of like between their middle and index finger, like hold it like up so that Illona can see it.
I'm sorry, I'm having like massive hiccups right now, but Illona would watch.
Also keep in mind, if you unseal a letter, it's very difficult to seal it back if you want to use it in the future.
Okay.
But also, if it's unsealed, you don't know if it's sealed, rather. You don't know its contents, obviously.
Yeah, of course. Muninn would say to Illona, like, well, this looks pretty important, like, and sort of like as they stand, look to the letter and sort of ponder like whether or not to open it. And they would just they would say to Illona, like, you're pretty good at making sure these things don't appear to be tampered with, right?
Sorry, can you hear my hiccups? Because it's insane.
No,
I can't hear it. I mean, I can hear it.
Okay. Illona would like take the letter and try to open it. Like I guess the same method as before, like with a warm dagger to melt the wax.
Mm-hmm. Give me a careful. This is to see. Okay, yeah. You managed to open the letter without like damaging the seal beyond repair. Like it's resealable, if that makes sense.
Okay.
All right, cool.
And do you open the letter?
Yeah.
It is a fairly long letter as you open it, like the lines of text just go on and on and on. But you immediately get the gist that this is the final will of one Lord Miron.
Oh no!
What?
Wait, so who is this guy? What? Okay.
If you remember Show and Tell, when you were with Joseph in the village, you did see a rider going to announce his death.
Right. Oh, okay. Oh, great. Actually works for me. If he didn't make it very far.
That means we don't have to return the horses at least.
Yeah, that's true. But also, I mean, Joseph went ahead to get ahead of him, so it's good that the prince won't know that he's dead yet. Hopefully.
Do you actually look to see what's in the will, or do you like more details, or do you just see, okay, it's this guy's will and reseal it back? Up to you.
I think Illona would like read it together with Muninn in that case, like bringing the letter to him.
Okay. Muninn would sort of like happily read it with Illona.
You don't have to roll because it's not written in a coded language. It's written in plain Rima. It basically is TLDR, like it's a lot of legalese speech, and like it says for this property this is to happen, for this property this is to happen, like in a lot of detail. But in pretty much all the cases, you get the gist that this guy didn't have any family left, so his will is basically, I'd like to leave all of this to a guy named Joseph. However, since I know that he's an Ebri and cannot own property, I'd like Joseph to decide who this goes to.
Oh, interesting.
What?
Man,
Wow.
that's sweet.
Oh, you should totally save it.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, we gotta find Joseph.
Yeah.
And reseal the document.
Yeah. Muninn would like find, obviously Muninn finds the contents interesting, but they would like say to Illona, like, should we reseal this now? Like, we definitely can't like get this damaged or anything.
I think we should do it once it's like light again, so I can see what I'm doing.
Good point. Well, I guess, like above board, there's, there's nothing else to like see, if that makes sense.
You can give me a careful if you'd like.
Okay.
Just tell me if you're looking for anything in particular.
Nothing in particular. I don't think.
With that roll, you don't see anything new. Like you see the remnants of like the damage the ogre caused, and like the bonfire dying down. You clearly see that this village suffered some damage, and will probably need some help with rebuilding.
Okay.
Not necessarily from you guys, just generally speaking.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, Illona, Muninn then would look to Illona and ask, like, well, should we see what Anghel is up to?
For sure. Let's go.
I think we, the viewers, should also see what Anghel is up to. So, Show&Tell, are you with us?
Yes.
So, as Anghel has been just generally enjoying himself and managing to like keep the pace with the dance, would you like continue partying after like the first celebratory dance is over? When I ask partying, I specifically mean dancing, I guess.
I think no. No, I think not. I think like as soon as he's not forced to dance, I think he manages to sneak off. I think he does that. I think the excitement is starting to die down, possibly.
Not of the villagers, maybe yours, but not of the villagers.
Like he's starting, of uncles. Like he's starting to kind of, I don't know. Things are starting to come back to him, and he's like, "Oh my god," trying to come to terms.
Where do you head? Like, do you take your seat at the table again? Do you leave the gathering altogether? Where do you head?
Maybe he goes to sit to the side and continue carving, maybe to calm himself down or something like that. Like find somewhere.
Sure. Makes sense to me. Can you roll me a careful, and I'll roll something else?
Okay. What's happened?
Someone suddenly puts their hands over your eyes, like to cover them, and
Oh my god!
You hear a young lady's voice say, "Well, come on, why aren't you partying? Come on, join the rest of us." And she starts dragging you by the shoulder.
Well, I imagine that his first reaction would be panic, like first. And then, like, he looks at her. Is it just a girl?
Do you try to look at her?
Yeah, I think he does.
Give me a quick.
A quick. Okay. Oh, not bad.
She runs out of the way before you can get a look, and she sort of like circles around you, always trying to keep out of your view, and she keeps saying, "Well, come on, you have to dance. It's a party in your honor, silly."
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, this person seems a bit creepy.
Yeah, what the hell? Okay, I can still like he kind of. I kind of imagine him like kind of turning around himself, trying to catch a glimpse of her. Getting kind of dizzy, maybe.
You definitely get the inkling that like this isn't just your imagination. Like there's actually someone there avoiding your gaze actively.
Yeah, that's so weird. Okay. So he tries to kind of say like not say, but kind of show with his, like I guess he lifts his arm, his hand kind of toward her off, and kind of shakes his head.
Oh, come, don't be a spoil sport. Come on. She like once again circles around you and tries to grab you by your arm, and I'm guessing you turn your head in that direction, and she walks away and lets go of your arm.
Okay, I think he also tries to kind of back away, kind of find, like, I don't know, she's circling him, I guess you're saying, but like he's trying to find a way to get away from her.
I guess like you could try and bait her.
Well, she's trying to keep out of your view, let's say.
So like I mean, if she's out of his view, then she's behind him, right? So I guess at some point he's like just kind of loses patience with it and kind of heads away from her, like deliberately.
You hear her footsteps behind you, and she says, "But where are you going?" Come on, you're missing all the fun.
He points at the trees like he's going to the bathroom or something. Do they have bathrooms? No. I guess it's just pointing at the trees.
No bathrooms. You go to the trees, pretty much.
Yeah, okay.
Well, okay. Well, I'll be waiting for you.
That's great, lady. Like he sneaks, looks back, like as he heading away, but I guess he's not seeing anything.
Give me quick or careful. I leave it up to you.
Wait, like my careful is better. Careful.
Oh, wow.
Okay. My question is, when are you looking for her? Like, after you've gained some distance, or when?
Yeah, after some distance. Like, as he's walking away, and something.
Sure. With that roll, as you turn your head, your gaze is immediately drawn to a person you haven't seen in the crowd before. A very beautiful young woman, who also always like tries to keep away from the rest of the crowd, like to not be seen by the crowd. However, when you like see her and like you immediately realize this was the person that was like bothering me, she like turns to look at you and like stares directly in your eyes with a look of absolute horror.
Or okay. Does something happen after we lock eyes? They lock eyes?
Not immediately.
So I guess Anghel kind of blushes. He doesn't really know what to do with this, and he kind of quickens his pace, I guess, and looks away.
She runs up to you and tries to grab you by the hand. Do you allow her?
No, I think not. I think my instinct he pulls away.
Can you give me a forceful to see if she still grabs your hand?
Yes. Oh wow, she's more forceful than he is. Man.
She grabs hold of your hand and says, You've seen me. You know you're not allowed to do that."
Does he know what she's talking about? Is it some kind of...
Give me a clever, but it'll be a very difficult roll at this point.
So probably not. Okay.
Creepy lady.
Okay, he doesn't know what she wants from him. So, like...
You really should have just danced and not looked at me.
He kind of shrugs, like he's trying to, I guess, kind of, you know... How do I explain it? Like, when you're trying to like, say, oh, it's not my fault, like, kind of, like, I didn't know it, like, I don't know what kind of gesture exactly that is.
Yeah.
I guess kind of, you know, bringing your hands up and kind of waving them or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, keeping in mind that she still has hold of one of your arms, but yeah, I get what you mean.
Oh wow, okay, yeah. Is it like is she's? I mean, I'm guessing she's really strong. Like,
I mean, she got a forceful of 8, so like that's the result of the roll, not her actual stat. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, exactly noticing that.
She all of a sudden smiles at you and says, "Well, now that you've seen me, come on." And she like starts dragging you not in the direction of the dance, but out away from the village.
Okay, can you try to pull out of her grip again or something? I don't know.
Sure, give me a forceful.
Like, he's definitely not going willingly. Oh,
Okay, you actually do manage to let go. Not let go. Let go, is that a word?
to
Get
like
free.
get free.
break free, yeah.
Break free.
To break free. To break free.
So, I mean, can he start running away from?
Sure. Which direction do you run?
To where there are more people, I guess.
You run towards where there are more people.
Like the dancing, I'm assuming.
Do you ever turn back to look?
Maybe when he's really surrounded, like when he got to more people.
Sure. When you finally rejoin the crowd and the crowd acts as if nothing happened, because to them nothing happened, if you are to turn around and look, you will not see her there.
At all.
At all.
Okay.
Now you
That
can
is
now you can try to roll your clever again.
Okay. What is I'm just no. I'm sorry.
A very creepy woman. You start to wonder, wait, if she was so strong, why didn't she take care of the ogre herself?
Yeah, totally. She should have done something. It's not right.
Sure.
Like, he doesn't even think that it might be someone else that is, like, because of those clevers. Supposedly, it doesn't even occur to him that she's something supernatural.
Sure. Would you guys agree that this would be a good point for Illona and Muninn to rejoin the scene?
Yeah, I think so. As long as Show&Tell was thinks so as well.
Yeah, I don't mind. Sure. The more, the better. So, like, they find him in the crowd, or?
Sorry, I'm very sorry. I got a message from work and I had to quickly respond. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's fine.
I think it will be easy, and for convenience's sake, we can say that you guys find each other in the crowd easily enough.
Okay.
Okay. Muninn would say to Anghel, quite the party, right?
Anghel is still a little shaken, I think. Like, he looks back to where he saw her last, and he kind of shakes his, and kind of nods, to Muninn, but he in a distracted kind of way.
Yeah. Muninn probably wouldn't notice straight away that something was wrong, so they would probably just say this is all this is all for you, this is crazy, sort of thing. You must be so excited.
Okay, I think Angel's starting to focus more on Muninn and be like,
I don't know if you. I was just gonna say you can kind of sign language as well.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I was thinking of what I was trying to say. I think Anghel isn't too comfortable with him being lauded as the hero alone. So so I don't know. I guess he's kind of pointing at Muninn and Illona and stuff and being like, whatever. You're part of this too, or something.
Okay. What, for the rest of the crowd, or just between us three?
Just as a reply to what you said.
Yeah.
To what Muninn said.
Yeah, Muninn would say if I'm just trying to think of what Muninn would say in terms of like acknowledging that Illona's like a bit like she took one for the team by like
Yeah.
being willing to. I don't know what Muninn would say in that regard. Maybe like,
I'm really sorry. I was listening to you guys, but I had to respond to the message from work, so I was only half listening. Go on.
oh, okay, that's okay. We were just sort of talking amongst ourselves anyway.
Yeah.
But Muninn would say, yeah, like I said, Muninn would say something like that I can't put into words above board, but something that would acknowledge like Illona's like sacrifice by being like taking like a lot of damage.
But speaking of half listening, like Illona's doing the exact same, just like looking around, just looking for like a drink basically.
Yeah.
Oh, there's plenty to go around. Like at every table, there's like drinks to be found. And if you remember, you also got you yourselves got drinks back in the city when you visited the women's monastery. You got some free wine.
Oh, nice.
Illona
Totally
specifically.
forgot about that. I guess I would yeah, take a sip of that. Dull my pain.
It's very. I always have trouble describing the taste of like alcohol and wine specifically. But basically, what I'm trying to say is that you would know it's like freshly made, like of this year's harvest, and it's very, very good. Like it's the grapes here are very high quality.
Very cool.
Does Anghel obviously doesn't have a drink on him, does he?
Don't think he does.
Okay. Well,
I wonder what like he would go for it though. I mean, he did have his first experience already. I don't know if it overall was a good one or a bad one for him.
yeah.
I would say that, like socially speaking, like modern day times, yeah, you have to be over like legally over 18 or whatever to drink, or I guess 21 in the US or whatever.
But not at that time, right?
Yeah, not at this time. Like,
Yeah.
you people gave infants alcohol to help with teething, for instance.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice.
Well, assuming that Anghel didn't have one, Muninn would find the two nearest drinks that looked untampered with, should I say, or and just sort of like offer one of them to Anghel, being like, oh, you deserve this, like this will calm your nerves, like have a drink with me, sort of thing, and then like include Illona in this sort of like cheersing kind of thing.
Yay! Cheers.
Anghel, follows them.
Sure. Now above board, nothing else will really happen for this evening, like other than the general celebration. So it's up to you guys if you do anything or talk with anyone, etc. I'll mention that you will be offered like accommodations for the night in like people's houses, not the same house probably, in Plough over the river, not the village where you fought the ogre, but the other one.
I think Illona would like an early night, so she would probably take up on one of those offers pretty soon and go to bed.
Yeah, I think Anghel will follow. I don't know. They're not sleeping in the same place, probably.
No,
But he will-
just because there wouldn't be much room.
Okay. So anyway, he will go too, as soon as he can take off.
I'll mention that the villagers will definitely insist that Anghel like stay for as long as possible because you're the hero.
I was worried about that. Okay. I guess Anghel. I mean, if they insist like a lot, I guess Anghel will like he. I don't know if he knows how to say no exactly to this kind of thing.
Understandable.
So I guess I will just wait for like if there ever is a moment when you can sneak off when nobody notices or suddenly something happens and they don't pay attention or something, he'll wait for that moment if that happens.
Give me a
That's her.
sneaky, though keep in mind that, like, you'll be offered accommodations at someone's house and that someone will know that, yeah, you're there.
Right. Okay, so maybe, hopefully it's someone who will actually feel friendly or something.
Sure. Give me a sneaky, and I will say it's with that roll, unless you want to improve it. With that roll, it's not like a complete failure. Like, you're definitely kept up for much longer than you would prefer to. Like, probably up to like 1 a.m. if that makes sense. But the party goes on even beyond that.
Okay, fair enough.
What about Muninn?
I think Muninn would probably stay up for, like, to enjoy the party for as long as it goes on. Like, it's like, I feel like they probably not take advantage, but like enjoy like the free alcohol and like dance with the people.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Makes sense to me. May I compel you, Deli?
Finally.
Ooh. I'm all ears.
It won't be like a very impactful compel, I think. Well, maybe for like your guys' relationship. But I'd like to compel your has keen eyesight and sense of smell, specifically the keen eyesight part, that maybe you see Anghel trying to sneak off and you're like, oh no, he has to party. I'm keeping him here.
Oh shit.
So if I refuse, nothing happens.
If you refuse, you lose a fate point.
Oh, I do. Oh. I feel like it's an interesting compel, definitely. I don't know if Muninn would particularly. Although I was going to say Muninn wouldn't particularly do that, but they are on their way to being drunk, so.
True.
I'll probably pass. Usually I'd be like, yeah, definitely, but then before the compel, I was thinking maybe Muninn would help Anghel like sneak off.
Sure. Understood. Okay. Very well. You lose the fate point, but Anghel goes to sleep undisturbed.
Oh, that's true friendship.
As I mentioned, nothing else will happen at the party specifically, but I guess going with Illona first. Illona, as soon as you like find yourself alone and resting, you hear the familiar voice of a woman in your mind that will say, so why didn't you kill that guy exactly? His presence was so offensive.
Offensive. Like, sort of reminds me of someone.
Point well taken, but you can't argue with me that he wasn't rude, oppressive, repulsive.
Again, I'm thinking of someone. I don't know who.
He drinks undiluted wine. Can you believe that?
I can't believe that.
You know, my offer still stands. Akessis is too. Not so sure about Eurymedon, though.
Illona just like smiles in her mind, I guess.
Or physically, sure.
Yeah, physically as well.
How do you smile in your mind? That's cool. That's interesting.
Something to think
Illona
about.
would say a matter for another time, and like sort of like say goodnight to her.
Fine, play your game. You feel the presence withdraw.
All right.
Next. Even though Anghel went to sleep first, because both Anghel and Muninn will have a dream about something, but even though Anghel went to sleep first, narratively, for like the context of the dream, I think it might make sense for Munin's to happen first. What do you guys say?
That's fair. I was actually thinking that Anghel would have nightmares about the ogre, but okay. Cool. I mean, I don't mind. So he can have the nightmares while Muninn has his dream.
Sure. Dely, what do you think?
So Muninn would have their dream first, did you say?
Maybe not like in terms of like the in-game timeline, but basically Anghel's dream might have consequences on the real world. Munin's will not. That's why I like to do Munin's first.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, for a minute I was like because I was thinking chronologically, but no, that sounds like a good idea to do Munin's first.
Okay, and yeah, I would agree with the chronological thing, but it's just, as I mentioned, for story's sake, let's say. So Muninn, as you begin to drift off to sleep and dream, you will awaken, quote unquote awaken, to find yourself in a large, imposing, like, building made out of marble. And in front of you, once I put them on screen, where did I? Oh yeah, there they are. You'll see one of these gentlemen with a fairly like vaguely defined face, and they look at you and say, "Master Muninn, were you dozing off over there?"
Like Muninn, I assume their dream version of themselves might be like their head might be swimming. So
as you touch your head, you also feel that your hair is much shorter and your beard is trimmed.
Oh wow.
But otherwise you look and feel like Muninn.
Yeah, okay. Muninn would like sort of when you pinch the like your nose bridge, like Muninn would be like rubbing their eyes and pinching their nose bridge and be like, like what?
Well, as I was always saying, Master Muninn, this is the biology section of our library, and you realize that you are in what looks to be like, you're in the middle of like a building shaped like almost in like a star, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that is the biology wing of our library. As I was saying, that is the history wing. It looked like you were dozing off for a little bit there.
So Muninn would be confused, but like externally, Muninn would say, sorry about that. Late night last night.
Well, if you've been dabbling with those specific codes, you really should take care, dear master. But over there is the altar of Acacius. Praise be to him. And well, the library is at your leisure. Feel free to ask me if you're looking for any particular books, and or if you'd like to talk to any of our scholars. And feel free to enjoy yourself.
Muninn would ask, well, not ask. Muninn would look around before asking any questions, just to see if they recognize where they are.
Give me a clever.
Wow.
It doesn't seem like it seems too good to be true, and maybe you've had too much to drink at the party. but the way the layout of the structure and like some of the other various miscellaneous indicators you see. Could you be in the legendary library of Iscaria, the one that was destroyed thousands of years ago?
Ooh. That's interesting. Muninn would ask the person showing Muninn around. They would ask them, sorry, just say actually maybe Muninn wouldn't say that because they wouldn't want to look silly. Instead, Muninn actually would ask, so I can borrow these books? Like, what's under what terms? Like, indefinitely?
Well, you may borrow them to transcribe a copy for yourself, Master Muninn. We unfortunately cannot allow for these books to be taken out of storage. They are priceless, some of them hundreds of years old.
Understandable. But as long as I don't take any original copies, I can transcribe as many as I like?
Well, of course. This is the purpose of the library.
Interesting. Are there any particular entries you'd recommend?
Oh, well, that depends on your interests, Master Muninn. Are you interested in the history of our kind? Are you interested of mankind? Are you interested in the faith of the gods? Are you interested in anything in particular?
Muninn would think, and Muninn would think and maybe chuckle a little bit, and to joke with the gentleman, and just say like, well, I mean, a bit of everything would be nice, but that would take some time, I imagine.
Well, we have all the time in the world here. After all, this library is built to stand the test of time. Which of what you know it has not.
Ooh. Well, Muninn would like maybe furrow their brow and say, well, thank you thank you for your help. I'll be sure to ask you if I have ask if I have any questions, if that's all right with you.
Well, certainly, Master Muninn.
Okay. Thank you. And then Muninn would bow and then just look around until maybe the person showing them around sorry, did he mention his name?
They did not, and their features are fairly vaguely defined.
Okay.
You're not sure even if they're if they're what's the word I'm looking for? Gender? I don't know what to say. You're really not sure about anything about them.
Okay. Well, before they go, Muninn would ask, "Oh, sorry. Again, late last night. Remind me, your name is?"
Well, certainly. I'm librarian.
Nice name.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't. And then Muninn would go to ask them to repeat themselves, but then think I don't think I'm gonna get a straight answer, and just say instead, well, it was good to meet you.
Likewise, Master Muninn. Your wisdom is renowned throughout the Empire.
Oh my gosh. Muninn could spend a lot of time here, I think. Well, when the person sort of walks off a little bit, not obviously outside, but walks off enough, Muninn would not frantically, but when you power walk, for example, they would at a faster pace than casually would go around and like start like picking up books from each shelf, like indiscriminately.
Understandable. Yeah, and right, a few minutes after like you leave the librarian, you'll hear the familiar voice of Cassius in your mind say, "Feel free to enjoy yourself, child. This is, well, the ancient library of Iscaria as it existed on your realm all those millennia ago. However, I have brought you here with a purpose, to provide you with a lesson when the time comes."
Well, thank you for bringing me here, but it's a bit of a shock. I'll give you that. Like, I wasn't expecting to, be at one point be at a party and then the next point be here.
Well, that is the blessing I have given mankind, knowledge, and a blessing that has been taken from you. And I would like to give it back.
Taken from me. Well,
you meaning the collective you, not you personally.
Ah, right, okay. Maybe Muninn would think, like, they would, like, think me, like they'd get it wrong at first, but then, like, correct themselves.
And the cases would chuckle.
Muninn would, while holding as many books as they can carry, Muninn would, like...
The books are mostly in the form of scrolls, I should mention.
Ah, okay, cool. Well, while they're holding all of these scrolls, Muninn would like happily like say, "Well, I'm here to listen. Like, what do you have to teach for me?"
In due time. First of all, I'd like you to enjoy yourself, to realize the fruits that my blessings can bring, and when the time comes, well, remember to offer praise to the gods, and all will be well. And you feel the presence of Cassius recede.
Oh my gosh. Well,
you do, and you do remember. You don't have to roll because this is sort of like as if this information is sort of being nudged to the forefront of your thinking. You do remember the librarian mentioned that, oh yeah, the altar of Cassius is over there.
Oh, okay. Maybe Muninn would take the scrolls to the altar, and could they, like... Is it... would it be taboo to, like, lay the scrolls on top of the altar? Or is it not that kind of altar where you can, like, put stuff on top of it, sort of thing?
You don't like the answer to that question is obvious enough when you see the stains of blood on the altar.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's one of those.
And next to the altar, you do see several caged hawks, which you remember are one of Cassius' preferences.
Okay. Well, instead, then Muninn would like place the scrolls on the nearest like elevated surface, like a table if there is one.
There would be plenty around, and benches as well.
Okay. But they would leave the scrolls there and like maybe inspect the altar.
Sure. What are you looking for specifically?
Nothing specifically. Maybe like yeah, nothing specifically, I don't think.
Then give me a careful.
Ooh.
You clearly see that this altar has seen recent use, as well as repeated attempts to clean it. Next to it, you do see a statue that, like, you don't even need to roll, because once again, the knowledge is sort of like shoved to the forefront of your thinking. That statue represents the deity Cassius. And yeah, you would occasionally see like other visitors to the library with the same undefined features stopping by the altar to offer their praises before continuing their studies.
Okay. In that case, Muninn would sort of mimic or mirror the other students' like doings and like offer praises, and then maybe return to their return to the scrolls that they had taken.
Above board, Cassius will allow you to retain the knowledge of one of the scrolls from this library that you would like. So, are you looking for anything in particular?
I have a few things in mind. Obviously, I'm wondering what you guys think. Like, one major thing is, so obviously the first major thing that I'm thinking of is maybe knowledge of the orb. But apart from that, there wouldn't, I don't suppose there'd be like any knowledge of, I don't know if we'd need it though. I was going to say any knowledge of the three,
I will tell you from now, the library will offer no scrolls about the free.
Right, okay. That narrows it down in that case.
And you suspect that might be an intentional omission on someone's part.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that narrows my choices down, which is good. What does everyone think? What do we want to know?
I mean, the orb sounds like it sounds. What else did you think other than the orb?
I'm not sure. I mean, one thing I was thinking of was maybe knowledge of the three, because obviously we wanted to, because of the priest and stuff. But obviously that's not available.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would have been cool, but
yeah.
Well, the orb and the old gods would be awesome to learn about.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, in that case, yeah, Muninn would try to find knowledge of one, prioritizing knowledge of the orb, but if there's a scroll that details both, then great.
Well, unfortunately, you will have to choose knowledge of the gods or knowledge of the orb, or orbs, okay. Plural.
Yeah. What do you think would be more useful? I feel like yeah, I'm not sure. What do you guys think?
The way I understood it is the orb is more of a vessel to reach the gods. So from my point of view, it would be more interesting to know about the gods.
Yeah.
But I might agree with that, I think.
Yeah.
But I might be completely wrong about the orb. It might be much more, but that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah. No, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, the gods are the gods. Yeah, the important thing, I think.
Yeah.
Also, it's a lot of knowledge if it's about all the gods.
True. Yeah. True.
Sure, but it will be more general. Rather than if you were looking specifically for information on a Cassius or Rimlen or something.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Okay, so is it general old gods then, everyone? Are we in agreement?
I guess either general old gods or specifically Arcesius would also be interesting.
Yeah, okay.
Since you're already there.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Or
okay.
general gods, I don't know.
Yeah, no,
maybe
I know.
There's more.
Yeah. Okay, I'll probably go with Arcesius specifically.
Okay. Then the scroll you would find would be a retelling by an author named Diodorus that you might recognize from your studies as one of the ancient sources long lost, that speaks of the various legends and myths that Arcesius is of. You will notice for perhaps some obvious reasons that all of them paint Arcesius in a favorable light. Wonder why. And all of them speak of his various good deeds, of healing the sick in return for people's sacrifices, of offering knowledge to the world, of helping guide the sun on its path. Basically, unfortunately, you've picked up a propaganda leaflet.
No!
Ah, damn it.
But, well, it's not entirely useless. I will say that, like, in the future, if you have, like, any further questions about Acacius, it will, like, this will definitely help your roles in the future to, like, further contextualize information, etc.
Okay. Alright, cool. Not entirely wasted? I feel like that's a harsh word, but you know what I mean. But yeah, cool. So obviously no, okay, I was gonna say there's no other way to like read something else and then like forget what I just read, but I guess not, because obviously above board we would still remember it.
Well, above board, like, think of it as a dream where time flows in a way you can't really determine, meaning that your dream self will be able to read multiple scrolls, but above board you'll only be able to retain, after you wake up, knowledge of one.
Oh, okay.
So basically, Muninn in the dream would spend multiple hours studying scrolls, but would only retain knowledge of the one they picked.
Okay. So it doesn't matter as much that obviously above board we would know what each scroll said.
Yeah, you would, like, when you will wake up, you'll remember that this library was glorious and you spent a lot of time learning stuff, but if only you could remember it.
Right. Okay. So I can't like get Muninn to read something else and then decide, oh, I'd rather remember that.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, cool.
And after several hours, quote-unquote hours, obviously, as you will see through one of the holes in the wall, because windows didn't exist, the sun start to set. You will hear a loud commotion at the entrance to the library.
Oh shit. Okay. Muninn would pick up. Maybe Muninn would pick up like a couple of scrolls, and then like investigate like what's happening.
Sure. And you will see this gentleman joined by what looks to be several soldiers. And the gentleman yells out, "In the name of the Emperor, in the name of the free, this place is to be closed right now." And you see several librarians try to argue with them, but to no avail, as this gentleman looks very, very determined. And the gentleman says, "If you will not submit, this place shall burn."
Oh shit. Is this something Muninn would like remember, if that makes sense? Like, so if
after you wake up, yes.
Yeah, but like, so Muninn knows in real life that this place doesn't exist anymore, for example.
You're wondering like what happened to the place IRL.
Yeah.
Give me a clever for that.
Okay.
Quote unquote IRL, obviously.
Yeah. Oh wow.
You do remember that it was destroyed in an act of arson by a priest of the free.
Okay, cool. It's so interesting, like seeing history like act out in that case. Maybe Muninn would like have like Muninn must know that this isn't real or whatever, but like despite that, Muninn would try to like preserve as much as possible, maybe like, and like try and interfere.
As soon as you like move to one of the shelves trying to preserve various scrolls, and this isn't something you can oppose, unfortunately, one of the soldiers will move in front of you and shove you aside and yell at you, "Stand down, heathen! By the order of the Emperor,
Muninn would try to like push, like Muninn would retaliate is what I'm trying to say. Like Muninn would be like, would scream, well not scream, but Muninn would shout like, stop this madness, there's so much knowledge here, like,
Seize this heathen, throw them in chains for opposing the will of the free and the emperor, says the priest person.
Muninn would like get up and like try and like run away, and escape.
Escape the library or run deeper into the library?
Maybe run deeper.
Okay. You are able to? Like, the priest and the soldiers are currently too occupied at the entrance.
Okay.
You will notice, by the way, that there's fewer rolls going on at this point, like indicating that like the trial part that Akesius mentioned has begun, and like you'll immediately know when you picked a good or a wrong answer. Basically, if you try to persist in the wrong answer, the dream will not let you, is what I'm saying. And I think my Discord might have messed up again because I don't think I can hear anyone.
Oh,
no, I can
sorry,
hear. I can hear you guys. I can hear you guys. Never mind.
Sorry, that was my bad. I forgot that I was on push to talk.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was just so immersed. I was like, oh, really? Okay, like that. So, okay. So the dream will keep going until I've made the right decision then, or?
I didn't say that, like the dream can end following a wrong decision. Rather, what I'm saying is like if you try to assault the guards as you just did, you will fail.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe unsure of what to do. Maybe Muninn would simply. Oh, this is going to be a weird one. Maybe Muninn would like try to reach the altar.
Sure.
And as long as they're not restrained or like majorly sort of noticed or anything like that, Muninn would like try to grab one of the sacrifices and like and sacrifice it at the altar.
Mm-hmm. No roll required. This, according to the trial you were given, is the correct answer.
Oh, hell yeah.
You're
Cool.
going.
So you take one of the hawks from its cages, and like unlike the time where you did that to the horse, this hawk is way too serene, let's say, like way too apparently ready to die. And as you do the deed, you hear the voice of Akesius say, "You have listened to my words and did the right thing, and now I shall help you and your kin as is your wont." And what would you like Akesius to quote unquote do?
Oh, I'm not sure. Would this be like in the dream, or would this be like in the waking world?
Dream.
Okay. Well, Muninn's priority is to obviously preserve the library, but I don't know if that would. Obviously, that wouldn't affect the waking world, surely, would it? Or
Give me a clever.
okay.
No, it would not.
Okay. Maybe Muninn would like to preserve the library, but in their head, and like it's something that they can go back to, like as long as Akesius wills it, sort of thing. Like, unless that's something that Akesius is already like willing to do, if you know what I mean.
You hear Akesius continue to speak to you. "Dear child, you are already walking down the right path. And of course I'm willing to restore the knowledge of the ancients to you, provided you are willing to spread it. But in the present moment," and you sort of get flooded with this sensation of like, sort of stop thinking that you're in a dream as you hear the like screams of the various people in the library as the soldiers are assaulting them. You smell the smoke from all the burning scrolls. And once again, Acacius says, "Presently, what would you like me to do?"
Okay. Muninn would ask Acacius to like stop the madness, essentially. Like if Acacius can stop the people breaking in and harming everyone and stuff like that, maybe do that.
Certainly. And you will see, as I mentioned that the sun was setting, you will see the rays of the sun sort of poke through all the various holes in the wall, again for lack of a better term, as when the invaders, quote unquote, approach them, it looks like they almost cannot stand in the sunlight, and all of them flee in terror. The image of the library would slowly fade as you sort of find yourself like floating in a very nondescript multicolor space, and the voice of Acacius will say, "Well, you have passed your trial, child. Congratulations. I'll make sure that you can visit this library in your dreams in the future."
Bewildered Muninn would be unsure of what to say at first, but they would simply like nod and say like, "Thank you, Acacius. I'll be sure to spread your knowledge."
And remember always to offer the proper praises to the gods, and we shall be there to answer. And spread these teachings around. Congratulations, Muninn, you have just been subjected to a propaganda video.
It's probably one of the most immersive propaganda videos I've ever interacted with.
Sure. And at this point, Muninn would wake up. So shall we see what Anghel would be dreaming about?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Show and tell, I think unfortunately you will know who will visit you in your dreams, as
Yes.
a while, like as you mentioned, you will have several nightmares about the ogre, but eventually you will have a very, very lucid dream as you find yourself pretty much just desperately swimming for your life in a storm in the sea. And if a familiar voice, the voice of your madam, will say to you, Anghel, "Do you realize what you've done, foolish child?"
Does Anghel speak in his, like, how do we...
I'll say that maybe like not necessarily speak, but like any thoughts you have, you get the inkling that they will be heard.
Like he was talking to him before,
Sure.
when he summoned him and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, no, he doesn't realize really. Oh, wait. He did say, I mean, Anghel didn't make the connection, right? But
And no, and you were not really informed as to who the ogre was the child of.
right. So, but I'm wondering, because he did say, oh, he didn't realize that it's even like his dad is a god. Did he realize? Did we say that?
The ogre did say that, but
Oh,
it's up
okay.
to you if you would make if Anghel would make the connection.
Like, I'm thinking, like, maybe at first I think Anghel is very confused, but I think at some point it does click to him because I think it did bother him when the ogre said it was the god that was his dad. at first before, the frenzy took over and he killed him.
As you do.
Yeah. So,
I'm asking you, do you realize what you have done? Sorry by the way, if anyone feels uncomfortable by me yelling, but this god would definitely yell.
no, it's definitely it makes it very authentic.
Yes.
Okay.
Do
let me know if I have to stop.
Okay. I think Anghel probably cowers and starts says. I mean, he says he does realize I don't know. Is it weird? Do we start talking for him? I don't even know how to go about this. Because I'm used to say, oh, okay, he nods. Oh, okay, he does.
I get what you mean, but for convenience's sake, Eurymedon would definitely if not allow you to talk, at the very least allow you to express your thoughts, just for the sake of easier communication.
Yeah. So I think Angel's he might be saying oh, it's so weird to me. I never thought of Anghel as someone who talks. It's so weird to me to start
Understandable.
bringing words for him. He says, oh, maybe he says I'm so sorry or something. When he does realize,
sorry. You're sorry, my boy! You killed and burned my boy! And all he wanted was just a kingdom to rule. All he wanted was 1 or 2 of your villages. Was that too much to ask?
No, he killed people.
Your lives don't matter, foolish mortal.
So why does his life matter?
Because he's my son. Because he's my son, you moron.
Okay, I think Angel's really angry.
Understandable.
If you don't care about us, then I can't care about your, life, about the life of your sons.
So you have no plans to make amends then? No plans to recognize that, oh, this was an honest mistake, or whatever you mortals say?
Ooh.
It wasn't a mistake.
Listen here, foolish child. I will make it my mission to destroy you. I don't care if I sabotage Achisius' plan. I don't care if it takes another 1,000 years for my kind to return. By the time I'm finished, you will be happy that your parents are already dead. Do you hear me?
Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh god, I guess. Wow, I don't know what Anghel would say to this. I think he's shocked. I think he doesn't know what to think or what to say. It starts dawning on him what deep trouble he's in, and he thinks about Willa.
Yes. Don't worry. I will allow you to see her again before her throat is slit by some pirate or whatever punishment I deem fit for you. Don't you worry, you will watch her die. At least that I will promise you.
I think Andy just glares at him. I think, kind of from under his hair, kind of. Because I kind of imagine him on his knees. I feel. In front of I don't know what exactly.
Sure. The scene I envisioned was, as I mentioned, you struggling to swim in an ocean in the middle of a storm, and
so
I think you would see the towering visage of Eurymedon sort of looming above the sea, talking down at you. Very he's obviously trying to be intimidating.
Yeah, he's succeeding. So Angel's struggling to not drown, basically.
I will say that you are in the dream, capable enough to, like, struggle, but able to, like, swim well enough to the point that you can focus on, like, speaking, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I guess Anghel just, like, he's really afraid, but I think he's trying to appear defiant, you know? He's just, like, glaring up at him as much as he can while he's struggling to, I don't know, to swim.
Understandable. And staring into your eyes, Eurymedon will say, make your final arrangements, mortal, and, well, you will rule the day that you killed my little booger. And I think at this point the dream would end for you. And
Was his name Booga?
that's what he said.
Sorry, that yeah.
I picked the name on purpose to be silly, yes. But
He's just like, you will rue the day that you killed my little Booga. It's just gonna kill the vibe. I don't know.
Sure. But I think at this point, all of you will be woken up by a very sudden, very violent earthquake.
Oi.
Earthquake. Okay. I mean, I was going to say that, you know, when Anghel wakes up, he's basically, like, you know, gasping away, kind of sweating and stuff. But if it's an earthquake, then yeah, I guess all of us are
Sure. Yeah.
kind of desperate.
And you will hear panicked screams from the village. All of you will hear. Does anyone go to, like, check what's going on, if at all?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think we run out to see. I mean, I guess it would make the most sense. Although, well, do they know what you do in an earthquake? Do they have rules for? Kidding. But, like,
Well, I haven't told you the complete picture yet. It's just what you're able to tell from inside your houses.
okay,
Mhm.
fair enough.
Okay, so as you head outside, you see people desperately running from the village more towards, like, the north east, as you will see a large body of water come, like, from the direction of the river, like as if the river has grown 10 times in size.
Oh wow.
Oh shit.
Okay, we're starting, I guess.
I'm
I'm wondering if Anga can kind of turn to them and be like, I think I did this in some way, but I
Ashen,
don't know if you can convey that.
Ashen, are you also with us? Because Illona would wake up to at this point.
Yep. I'm there.
Okay. It's like early sunrise at this point, as you see this gigantic body of water heading in the direction of the village, and the villagers running away in a panic.
I think Illona's first thought would be about, like, the Anghel and Muninn, and also the horses, to get them into safety.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. Are there any horses nearby as well? Like, just like that maybe, like, are owned by the villagers?
So we can steal, you mean?
Yeah. Well, not yeah. Not steal, but, like, help people onto horses, I guess.
Oh, okay.
And maybe just
More noble.
maybe cheekily, like, get one for, like, get a third one.
I'll mention maybe maybe it was my fault for not being clear enough, but it's a big freaking wave coming to hit you in, like, less than a minute. Do you have time for that?
Okay, we don't. We just run for our lives.
Yeah.
Like, we grab whatever we can. I guess if the horses are nearby, like, we try to get to them as we run,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Can I get quick rolls from all of you?
Oh, no.
Right.
Oh.
So Muninn survives.
And that's
It was nice knowing you, friend.
Muninn, you're alive and well. Illona, I'll say you make it to say, like, I'll give you a choice. Either you fail and are taken by the waves and will have to do more rolls, or you succeed but you lose your horse.
Wait, I already lost my horse.
Well, oh right, my bad. That was, yeah, I thought I was thinking of Anghel's horse, not yours. My bad. With that, okay, Muninn gets away. Illona, you are taken by the waves. Can you give me forceful or careful? Okay.
Ooh.
You are taken by the waves, but you are an experienced swimmer. You are able to like go with them and not hit any obstacles as this flood happens. As for Anghel, you are also taken by the waves as you don't react quickly enough, but you are perhaps intentionally deposited on the shore. Perhaps someone doesn't want you to die yet.
Oh boy. Why does that feel ominous? Okay.
Sure. And if I direct your attention on the map, this will be the new map for the region.
Oh no.
Wait.
We trot out the whole village. Okay.
Okay. So, is it a good spot to end today's session, you guys think?
I think so, yeah.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Okay. Thoughts on today's session?
super intriguing. Holy
so
shit.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely. It was really immersive. Ignore my monotone voice. It was really immersive and really interesting. Like, for sure. I've really enjoyed this session.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I didn't expect things to go the way they did. It was so cool.
I'm happy to hear it. Now, I will have to like design maps for everywhere you guys go. What would it look like if a flood would happen? So that's fun.
That's cool.
And yeah, this session went really well. The part where you guys almost killed the priest, that took me a little by surprise. I was down for it, but definitely surprised me. I'm like, Show&Tell, you mentioned, oh, you're glad you're not on the scene to decide this.
Yeah.
I personally like how Anghel acts. I can't see Anghel going through with it unless like he has to like.
Yeah, I knew that if it was there, he would say no. But I just kind of liked the fact that, he wasn't there, so they could kind of go for it. Like, I didn't have to ruin it.
Further confirming Joseph's image of who is the innocent one in the party.
True. I guess, like, I'm low-key regretting it. It would be interesting to see what happens.
You didn't kill them?
Yeah.
I love it. Like, I remember you saying, like, oh, he's an old man, his daughter, la la la, and I'm regretting it. Love it.
Yeah. Definitely one of my favorite sessions, also for the priest thing, but also for because I love having you guys dream. Apparently,
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, for sure.
like it's always interesting. Like like in myths all over the world, you always see gods and deities communing with people via dreams. So naturally, I have to use that plot device. I will mention just a bit of above-board information for Muninn specifically. As long as you hold the orb, if Akesius doesn't have something else to show you during the night, you can also visit the library and like copy one scroll's worth of information. but it'll always be like in your dream you remember reading dozens and dozens of scrolls, but you leave unsatisfied because you'll only remember one. Kind of drug dealer like, if you will.
Yeah, that makes sense. It kind of makes sense too, because obviously, like, I feel like you never fully remember your dreams, really, do you? Like, as soon as you wake up, like, in real life, as soon as you wake up, like, you can only remember bits and pieces.
Yeah. Show&Tell, I'm very sorry about yelling at you, but I was yelling at Anghel, to be fair.
It's all good.
But also in the future, feel free to let me know at any point if, like, I get too in character, I guess.
I will.
This is...
I mean, I loved it. I don't know. Like, I wasn't affected. Like, yeah.
Glad to hear it. I was saying this to everyone.
Okay.
Yeah. Very, very good one. Kind of gives a sour note to yesterday's party, but what can you do?
Well, the party has to end at some point.
Sure. I was genuinely curious because obviously I planned for the flood to happen because I did have a map of the flooded region prepared,
You
obviously.
did.
But I was genuinely curious, like, if Anghel, instead of like feeling defiant, would have instead felt apologetic or fearful, how would he have tried to soothe things over? Because even though Rimlen is a very petty god, I would not make it an impossible task, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I just how would he go about it?
Generally speaking.
I guess overall, you just asked what he could do. I guess.
Okay, makes sense to me. Also, genuinely, one thing I'm really looking forward to next time is Illona and Muninn's reactions to the sudden flood, and maybe how if Anghel would tell them that it may be his fault, maybe, though not really.
Yeah, he tried to tell them. I think I just didn't know exactly how to convey it. And we were flooding. Yeah, there was no time.
Yeah, there was no time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Words hard. My bad. Your guys' thoughts as well. I don't want to just monologue.
Yeah, like I said, it's been, I mean, the whole session's been really interesting. I'm like a really big fan of like dream sequences. So you know, like, so the fact that we've been talking with these gods like in our characters' dreams has been really fun to like watch happen and to interact with. Like Muninn's dream, for example, was really like I mean, halfway through I forgot I was even like in it. Like, do you know what I mean? I forgot to keep like push to talk on or whatever. Like, I forgot I had push to talk on because I was so invested in like what I was gonna do or
that's
say.
Really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really cool. Well, obviously I'd be really biased towards that because, like, you know, like that's like perfect for Muninn, right? Like, that's so in their character to like big ancient library. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what the next session is going to be like. Like, definitely.
Me too. But yeah, I would say Cassius definitely found the right drug for Muninn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What about you, Ashen? What do you think?
I enjoyed it so much. It was like so many different things to keep track of and like explore at the same time. It was super intriguing.
I'm sorry.
No. In a good way, like that keeps you mentally stimulated rather than like just you had like a lot of interesting things, a lot of options.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that. I definitely enjoyed this session a lot as well, and definitely looking forward to the next one. So,
Yeah.
Any other thoughts for our viewers before we go into our shoutouts?
Not from me, I think.
Yeah, not from me.
Me either.
Okay. Well, dear viewers, thank you once again for watching and listening to us. I'm gonna ask these lovely people to, as usual, talk about themselves and how great they are. I rolled the dice. The dice apparently have decided that we should go in the exact same order we went at the beginning, namely that Dely should go ahead first and talk about themselves and what they're doing, etc., etc. Can you please go ahead, Dely?
Yeah, of course. Hello everyone. I am Dely. Outside of these sessions, I'm a Goblin VTuber on Twitch. So I stream variety, any kind of games or community events or anything like that. Yeah, and if anyone wants to come in and say hi, I love meeting new people in the chat, so feel free.
They are a very, very lovely and interactive streamer, and I do recommend that you check Dely out. I love listening to and watching your streams, even though I can't always catch them. Thank you, Dely.
Nice.
Next, according to the dice, we would have Show&Tell. Can you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you're doing?
Yes, of course. Hi, I'm Show&Tell. I have a YouTube channel on which I react to anime shows, and I also do streams every week. I try, at least, and I also have an Etsy shop if you are interested in that.
Her reactions are definitely very well done. You put a lot of effort into them. Your schedule is honestly terrifying, and I wish I could watch more of your live streams, but they happen at the exact same time I'm recording with the other group, unfortunately.
Yeah, that does suck. Oh well.
But thank you, Show&Tell. Thank you. And next, we would have Ashen. Can you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you're doing?
Yes, of course. I'm Ash, and I'm not really on the internet that much. I can offer some paintings on my Instagrams, but that's about it. Feel free to check me out if you want to, scroll through smart.
Yes, she is an amazing artist, quite frankly, and I do recommend that you check her out. She drew Illona and Munin's character arts. I mentioned this already, but it's worth remembering because Illona and Muninn look great. Thank you very much, Ashen. And I was your Dungeon Master, Game Master Teeironor. I do this series, which is a lot of fun, and another tabletop series, also using Fate Accelerated, set in the Warcraft universe that's been going on for a bit of a longer while. One of our players just teleported to another planet. Don't ask, or if you want to find out, go check those videos out, I guess. But yeah.
Good.
Well, once again, dear viewers, thank you for watching and listening to us. We will most likely be back next week. I'll let you know on Twitter if need be. And yeah, we'll see you then. Goodbye, everybody.